Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Sector 5. I'm your host, Cody Heinzman, and today I'm going to do a little something different with this different cap on. You can't tell. Ghetto Thomas the Train. Yep, ghetto. I'm legit trying to get this to work. Yeah. You can see that. We went through things recently. And we found that. And now I'm keeping it forever. And wearing it on here. But today, as I said, I'm doing something different. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how I make my decks for Pokemon. Basically, nowadays, I put weaknesses together. Like, first deck I'm going to make is the electric ground deck. And this is the first thing I'm going to put into it, I guess, is Magnemite. Because, as you can see, I've got my ginormous stack of Pokemon. And this is all just basic electric Pokemon. Right here. All of it. Basic electrics. So, this is going to be my rock electric deck. Starting with this Magnemite. And, of course, I go into the evolution. I don't use Magnezone only because I really don't understand the card. And sometimes I end up using World Champion cards. I try not to do that with, like, trainers. And I still only use them because I have them. Like, right here, another World Champion card. Oh wait, this is the one I wanted. Yeah, 2004. And now I'm gonna get rid of this cap. just thought I'd show you guys that. You know, I'm very, very fidgety. And now was where we reached our problem. As you can see, I have this ginormous thing of nothing but Pokemon cards. And I have to go into this right here to pull something out. So, this could take a few minutes just to dig into here. Glad I didn't let go of that. Well, you know what I mean. There we go. There we go. My ginormous stack of normal type Pokemon. And I know I said this is an electric rock deck. I have to get in here because of, once I find it, you'll understand. I don't see it anywhere. Maybe it's in this. I'm hoping so. Alright. no. Okay. We'll start this video off in a not a good way. I can't seem to find one of my certain magnetons that I have in my normal set. Huh. Well. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to go with that. I don't like to, but if I can't find it, I can't find it. So, as I said, it's all my different forms of magneton. So, just kind of shuffle it up a little bit. And then we'll just, pick the one on top. And look at that. We got the world champion. Which I kind of like the world champion card. Because it does 10 times the amount of energies I have on all my Pokemon that I would have. It's a pretty good card. I would use it. And right here is just the same thing. Just not world champion. So, if I were to ever use it in battle, I would have to use this one. And this one has the same effect. Oh! There it is. There's the one I was looking for. That makes a magneton right there. It was just misplaced. Okay. I don't know why I did that, but oh well. Of course, now I need to put the two energies for my magneton right here. Two energies. And yes, one of them's a world champion energy. Sometimes I can't help that. Especially with my electric energies. I mean, like half of them are like the world champion. Okay, so now I've done that, my bag full of trainer cards. Oh, okay. And something I do with all my decks now, that I'm glad I looked through this thing again, is I want to put at least one of the new dragon type Pokemon in it. Like, I've got all of them. I made, like, right here. Yeah. Right here, I made a dragon deck. And now the remains that I have here are just going to go spread through all my different decks. So I just kind of, pull out all the evolutions. So I just have nothing but basics in my hand right now. And then we shuffle these up too, so we can put them into my electric ground deck with one dragon. And it looks like Rayquaza, which it's a pretty good thing, because if you look at the energies that it needs at least one electric energy. It's gonna have a very strong disadvantage though with that one fire energy it needs. Out of like entire deck that's full of like rock and electric, it's gonna have at least like I may put 2 fire energies on this one just to up the odds a little bit. But a 60 card deck, you got a 2 in 58 chance, which is like 1 in, oh, too tired to do quick math. I should not even started saying that. But I know it reduces. But, ooh. I don't like that Dragon Falls effect that you have to discard the top 2 cards of your deck. It does 40 damage, does a good bit of damage. And the one good thing about these cards is their weakness is themselves, and since these are relatively new cards, not too many people have these. So you have a strong advantage of strong chance of facing somebody who wouldn't have your weakness of this. So you can see it has 120 HP. I'm kind of trying to just hold up Tians. Hopefully I'm giving time for people who want to read this and have a good bit of lighting that you can read the effects that this card has. I know that's the one thing I like doing whenever I look at other people's videos, is if they're holding a card, having the ability time to look at it, read what it says. Especially if it's a card I didn't have. Like, First Ticket, no, it was, Town Map. On one of the videos I watch, Rayanne collects a Town Map. I've never seen the card before. And I'm like, what does this do? I paused the video, looked at it, I was like, that's pretty cool. I have it now. Town Map lets you and your opponent flip up their no, just you, I think, actually, to flip up your prize cards for the rest of the match. So now you know what you have. So you know what not to look for, what to look for, and all that good stuff. And so I like that card. I wanted to get it. I was hoping I would get it in my first pack, and I did. I was really happy about that. Actually, I have 2 of them now, and now I know what I'm doing. I need to grab my electric energy and 2 fire energies. So I can put this into this deck. 8. And with the 2 supporter cards, well, trainer supporter cards that I'm going to pull out of here, that will make a full 10 cards in the 60 card deck. 10 Surge's Treaty. As you can see, I have a lot of the old time trainer cards. And sometimes I compare them to the nowadays cards. I'm like, it was better back then, and why did they make a remake of this card? And I don't know. And the last card that's gonna get in there next is, well, last card, I guess. Yeah, right there. I'm loving how this is an electric deck, and I'm getting all these cards that have Lieutenant Surges on it. With this, you get to look at your opponent's hand, and then you can discard as many cards from your hand as you want and draw that many cards. I would probably hardly ever use this card. Well, it does say you may. I would just use it to see what my opponent has, but most of the people I play with, I'm just like, you know, they're usually just like, hey, this is what I got in my hand. I mean, not very much secretive between us, but in a tournament, that would be pretty good to use. And now, I have to pull out my rock Pokemon. Yep. Pretty good stack. Too bad that half of... well, not even half. Relatively half. Right there, that's the evolution. Minus, actually. Right. There's the evolution cards. It's just all trainer cards. I have a good bit of rock energies. It's wrong. I have a lot of rock energies. Which I look at, like, half the time whenever somebody says, like, oh, I got a new card. Oh, it's just an energy. I'm like, dude, Why do you seem so upset about that? If you play the card game, you need a lot of energies. So I tend to wonder about that. But now we take my cards here, and since it's a relatively big stack, I'm gonna throw it to here in my Redskin bag that has, ironically, a Chantry on it. Throw it down here, shake it up a bit, try and, you know, mush the cards around a bit, and pull out a Gligar. And as you can see, it's an old-timey wimey card. I tend to like the older versions of cards better, only because, like, they do decent damage. Anymore, cards are like, hey, I'm a basic Pokemon, I can do, like, 50 damage to you. And it's like a Charmander. Okay. So... now I just gotta find all my Gliscors. Which I think I have, like, maybe 3. Where's my Gliscors? Well, I found at least one Gliscor, and I guess I'm just gonna stick with that one, because I can't find any other ones. I don't know, guys, what happened. But it's okay. I'll just continue on with making decks from that. So yeah, that's the basic idea of what I do. I hope you all enjoyed this video as I continue to make the rest of my decks. Of course, I'm going to make a electric water deck. Oh, the one thing that I need to also bring up is, like, with my electric Pokemon, when I try and make these weakness decks, I want to make sure to look at their weakness. I don't want a electric type Pokemon that doesn't have weakness to rock in a supposedly weakness deck. So, now I don't care if the evolution, I mean, I should probably care a little bit, but sometimes I just don't care about the evolution. Like this one, weakness to fire because of the steel. I mean, the majority of the time, the basic has the same weakness as the evolved form, and sometimes they don't, but oh well. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little segment of how I make my decks. I plan on eventually starting some videos of my matches with these decks. And I hope y'all will watch and support through that. Oh, I'm finding a whole bunch of electric energies. Because I never really split out these energies again after I found them. I just kind of went through them. But yeah, eventually I will have some matches with my friend Tyler, because he's like the only one that plays anymore. I'll show you pretty much the gameplay, how I do it and everything, and I hope y'all enjoy, because I'm Cody Heinzman, and that's just how it is.